have just ended, and even though we had a big defeat comparatively to past midterms, it is time that we look forward to 2024. And today we will be discussing the first edition of what is the Battleground map for 2024. Now, what do I define as a battleground state? My opinion is if it has less than a 70% chance of going to a party. For example, let's say Indiana, this is an example. If it had a 69% chance of going to Trump, which it's a Republican, whoever the nominee is for Republicans, nice number by the way. If it was 69%, nice, it would be considered a battleground on this video. But again, a state like Indiana, that's not a competitive state. It's just an example. So any state I believe that has a less than a 70% chance of going to a certain party, that is considered a battleground state. Now, before we continue, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Guys, I've been stressing this a lot, but we gotta continue join the channel. The more members we got, the better it'll be. Again, all memberships, all that good stuff, help support the channel, help support the daily content that all of you enjoy. So click that blue button down below that says join, and you can join today. All right, folks, let's get into it. Let's get into the states of the battleground map. And we're going to take our time and discuss and argue what is truly a battleground state. So let's go with the ones that I don't think many people are going to argue about. I don't think there's much argument for these Republican states. There's really nothing to say here about these states. And of course, Iowa and Ohio. I don't think anybody with a common brain would deny that Ohio and Iowa, it's practically a 0% chance Democrats will win in either state. So I think this is a good starting point for not an argument about what's a safe Republican seat. For the Democrats, it's also quite clear. I don't think there's much to say here. You know, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And that's that. So these are the no argument about it. These are going to vote the way they're going to vote. So let's work our way from Nevada to the East Coast. So Nevada, I don't think I gotta say much here. This is the definition of battleground state. It is what Florida was 10 years ago. A purple state that's trending Republican. That's Nevada in a nutshell. And there's no real argument made here. This is a definition of a battleground state. It's not leaning towards one direction. It's not one direction. But you get the point that Republicans or Democrats, they have a fairly similar shot of winning Nevada. So I consider it to be a battleground state going into 2024. Arizona. This is another simple one. No argument to be made here. This is a battleground state. And it's hard to decipher who's going to win it. It's one of those states, it's a complete coin flip. I don't care what people say about, oh, the suburbs. At one point or another, the suburban shift is going to max out for Democrats. So it's like, if it happens now, it's a coin flip. But we just got to see what happens in the state of Arizona. This is another state that I consider to be a pure battleground. Okay, we get to the first hot take of the video. Texas. You know, it's not 100% it's gonna go Republican, all right? It may be closer than it was in 2020. I doubt it. But if I had to say this state does not reach that less than 70% threshold, it's, I think, a 90%, or I should say 80% chance Republicans will win the state of Texas. That's not a battleground. That's just, okay, best case scenario, Democrats could win Texas, but that may be pushing it. So Texas, in my opinion, yes, it could be closer, but Democrats in the state of Texas, they have a problem of Republicans keep getting above 50%. if Republicans get 50.1% of the vote each time, it doesn't matter what Democrats do. Republicans will win the state of Texas. That's a problem that Democrats are running into. And again, outside of Austin, there's signs of trends reversing. A place like Houston, some parts of Dallas, there's some signs of trending back Republican a bit. You got the Rio Grande Valley. That's going to, I think it's going to have a huge shift to the right again in 2024. You're going to see another Hispanic revolt against the Democrats. Not as large as last time, but still a substantial shift to the right. And in my opinion, Texas really is not a battleground state going into 2024. Nebraska's second. Yes, there's no argument to be made here. This is a battleground state. I just don't see how it's not. Could it be Biden +4, Biden +3? Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think it reaches that non-battleground threshold. It's going to be close either way. And while Don Bacon did underperform this cycle, who knows? In a couple of years, it could shift Republican by a couple points. This 2022 was a very strange midterm where it's like Don Bacon may underperform this time, but past elections, he's overperformed vastly. So do as you will with that information. I think Nebraska's second is what you would consider to be a battleground state. Minnesota, that's just no. No, just stop it. It's not a battleground state. Republicans, they've really blew their opportunity in Minnesota. They're going to have to wait probably another election cycle or so before they get another opportunity at winning Minnesota. 2016 was their best chance. 2020, that kind of screwed all the trends up. So I think for now, a reasonable argument made that Minnesota, you gotta wait like another election cycle. 2028, we can make a discussion about it, but 2024, as of now, I don't see it happening. All right, we're getting to the part of the country that I don't think anybody with a brain is gonna deny. Wisconsin's a battleground, Michigan's a battleground, Pennsylvania's a battleground. All three are battlegrounds. There's no argument to be made here. These states are going to go either way. They are coin flips beyond belief. Republicans are probably best poised to win in Wisconsin, Democrats in Michigan, but still it's not a 80% guarantee. It's more like probably 60%. So those three in the Rust Belt, those are going to be battleground states beyond belief. Virginia, the only reason I think it's going to be, I think it's like a 90% chance of it being by a Democrat state. I think it's going to be closer than it was in 2020. I think it's going to be closer to 2016 margins in the state of Virginia. Plus, if Youngkin runs for that Senate seat, it may narrow the margin a bit more. So I think it's going to be very likely Democrat, but I don't think it's going to be as a Biden +10 state again. I doubt it. It's probably could be closer to Biden +5. All right. And if Republicans have a surprisingly good night across the board, you have that opportunity. So it's close to being, 80%. It's at 80%. If it was at 65%, I would put in the battleground category. I just think it's an 80-90% likelihood that Democrats will win in Virginia. The only X factor is somebody like Youngkin being on the ballot for that Senate seat. Plus, I think Democrats, they overstated their margins in 2020. But either way, it's not really a battleground state. For the Senate, maybe, but we just got to see. North Carolina, it's very close to leaning Republican. It's fairly close to that 70% threshold, but it doesn't meet the cut. Same deal for Georgia. It's like a 60% chance Democrats will win Georgia, but it is a battleground state for now. Now, the state of Florida, this is just, I kind of forgot to write this one off, but yeah, Republicans are winning Florida. There's no argument to be made here. It's a guarantee. It's, I would say, 100%. I kind of just forgot to mark it in as a non-battleground state. It's very strange seeing Florida not in that battleground category, but Florida, gone for the Democrats. It's like a 99% chance Republicans will win the state of Florida. New Hampshire. I think at this point, Democrats, they're going to win New Hampshire. Chris Sununu, his margin went down. That's a sign that's over. 2020 was kind of, that sign that Republicans may be screwed in New Hampshire. But 2022 is a death and nail in the coffin. When Sununu struggled comparatively, and all the House candidates lost by like 8-9 points, it's like, yeah, there's no coming back from that. So New Hampshire is basically gone for Democrat or Republicans, kind of like Florida is for Democrats. So New Hampshire is a safe Democrat seat. Now, Maine 2nd, that's safe. It doesn't matter who's on the ballot. Federally, for the presidential race, it's going to vote Republican. All right, sure, Jared Golden's going to probably win again, but we've seen this in 2020. Trump won the seat by 8, Golden won it by 9. It's like those voters in Maine 2nd, they just really like Golden. At the same time, not so much with Biden. So I think Maine 2nd will vote for the Republican. It's like a 75-80% chance. Maybe hits that battleground category if it's not Trump. We just got to see. So this, folks, is the current state of the battleground map. All right, there's a lot of states that can go either way. Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, etc. It's going to be a fascinating election. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.